Samantha?
I know who you are.
I've been through this a lot.
This is your life now, which means that whoever this is gonna keep coming for you. You ready for this? Never.
You're the new stars of the show. Did you grow up with the Scream franchise yourselves?
I mean, literally, right? Because we were babies when it first came out. So we grew up with Ghostface being a staple of Halloween every year.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think when I was like a preteen, I saw the first 3 movies and I was terrified. And I think it also like led me to become a huge horror fan, and I became obsessed with scary movies and a masochist of sorts.
And that's when I became a masochist.
The first time I can think of is I was like such a scaredy cat as a kid, and I grew up with 3 older brothers, and they loved scaring me and terrorizing me. And so they would like force me to watch like scary movies with them. And so they forced me to watch Scream. I think I must have been like 8, and I was terrified. I was so scared of horror films at the time. So then I didn't really appreciate it, you know, its entirety. But then later when I was a little bit older, I think I must have been like 16, I got into it, and that's where I like built my love for the franchise and started really loving it. Yeah.
I didn't see the Scream films because, you know what? There's a lot of things I wasn't allowed to watch as a kid. Wasn't allowed to watch the old Harry Potter. Wasn't allowed to watch the old Scream.
It's funny how well adjusted you are despite not having watched main staples. And
well, sometimes I feel crazy because people will be referencing things or quoting things, and I don't know what they're talking about, and then I call my therapist. And
I can't do that.
He doesn't have a therapist. I'm petitioning
I should
for it.
probably have one. But Scream as a franchise for me meant a lot and continues.
And now it
obviously.
means a lot to me.
Even though, yes, no, truly. I feel like now we can maybe banter for Scream, like some Scream memes.
Yeah.
But
like, haha, Scream. I couldn't think of anything.
Scream memes.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Would you like to play a game, Tara?
What's it like shooting a Scream movie? Any fun stories from the set? Did you just go around and do like this to each other, like eek, eek, eek?
We didn't do any chasing around with knives. Yeah, I remember when Dylan first came in, it was like his first day, or we had all met, I think, before, and we decided that we were all going to scare him in the conference room.
Yeah,
and so he went to the bathroom, and we all hid behind bean bags.
I
and
saw
hid
the
behind
video.
door, yeah, and popped out and scared the shit out of him. Yeah, we're like, welcome.
Honestly, you guys could have pranked me more
We
than
could
you
have.
did. Yeah,
If we could have pranked anyone, it would have been Jack.
Yeah.
Like, we were all very nice.
Yeah, I think you guys felt bad for me because there was this one night where I sat in this beanbag chair that was in our like common room at the hotel, and no one had really sat in it yet, and so it hadn't been worked in yet, so it was hard as a rock. And I remember I slammed down on this thing and nearly broke my spine.
And tried to pretend like nothing had happened, but I totally saw it.
Everyone did.
And
They still
called
bring
him
it
out.
up.
I was like, "Are you okay, Jack?"
It was literally just like, I'm fine. It was that was they felt bad for me after that.
I think it's pretty common, but a lot of times when you're shooting scary or horror films, the atmosphere and vibe on set is usually pretty jovial. It's a funny juxtaposition, right? But I've always experienced that. It's like people are more jokey, and it's almost more light-hearted on set.
Yeah, but although now I'm remembering though how much some of the cast, like, we didn't trust each other because nobody really knew who the killers were when shooting. Like, everyone had a different sort of version of the script. So now I'm realizing it's like you the way you talk to people, like, do you know? They're like, well, do you know? You'd be like, yeah. And you'd be like, yeah. Like, you all sort of like, there was a level of mistrust as well, I guess, which I think that's as close as we got to what you were talking about.